When OP falls in love with a woman he met online, things are good until their relationship starts to break down because she's unable to move on from an ex. To find out how this story ends, get yourself a coffee and grab a bowl of popcorn so we can get into it.
I was dating this girl for 6 months, and we were both very much in love with each other. Our relationship was long distance, and we never ended up meeting because she was vacationing back home for the first 4 months. She talked about marriage, having kids, and painted the perfect picture for me. She would also call me her husband. She got out of a relationship last October, which ended with her being dumped by a conservative who didn't want her seeing or making male friends. So when we got into a relationship, I always gave her the freedom to be herself with me and talk about whatever she wants. I treated her like a queen, would stay on the phone with her for hours and hours despite having 2 full-time jobs. The thing is, though, she would still overthink about her past, so I told her to cut some people off. Otherwise, she'll keep feeling this way and ruin whatever we're building. No matter what I said, though, she didn't want to listen to my advice and stayed in touch with her ex. At the start of July, her ex contacted her and told her that he wanted to give her another chance. Immediately, I told her to be careful because he's trying to manipulate her. A few days later, she did block him, but after about a week, she unblocked him and told me about it. I told her to either block me or him, it's one or the other. She said that she loves me, but she won't block him, so I can leave if I wanted. But I didn't leave. She went on to say that her not blocking him doesn't mean she wants to get back with him or be friends. But this is how she wants to move forward. I told her that she's going to mess up what we have, and that he's going to manipulate and control her. After that, there were days in which she would say that she doesn't want to hurt me, but everything was back to normal with us. 2 weeks after unblocking her ex, she said that she can't stop thinking about him. I said that thinking about him isn't a problem, as long as she's not communicating with him. I tried to be understanding and calm despite being brutally affected by everything that was going on. The next day, she would tell me that she doesn't deserve me, and that she doesn't feel the same about me anymore. When I got home after work, she told me that she cheated on me with her ex, and it traumatized me. It didn't help that I got cheated on in my last relationship, too. Despite being brutally hurt, traumatized, and blindsided, I still kept telling her to think clearly, to talk to a therapist, letting her know that I still supported her because I really love her. But she didn't listen and said that she wants to live with the choices she's making. It's been a month since she blocked me and she's never looked back. Yet, I'm still agonizing and traumatized by what she did to me. There are times in which I blame myself, even though none of it was my fault. She would always say that I'm the best partner ever, and she's so grateful to have me. But now I'm finding it hard to accept the reality after what she did. Even though I was cheated on and abused in my last relationship, I never discussed anything with her. I would always tell her that there's no point in talking about the past when I'm building something beautiful with her. In any case, I always gave her the freedom to talk about whatever she wants, as long as she's not in contact with certain people. After my last relationship, I promised myself that I would never project my trauma onto my future relationships. And I never did. Instead, I tried to save her and guide her while I was getting hurt by her actions. She damaged me so badly, and I'm finding it hard to trust people after such a deep betrayal.
While you don't have to bring your trauma from past relationships, you can learn from them. You can also learn from the experiences of others to help you avoid people like this. I would like to think that most people with dating experience knows that if someone wants to stay in contact with an ex, it never amounts to anything positive. When OP said that it was okay for his ex-girlfriend to be thinking about her ex-boyfriend, as long as they weren't talking, I shook my head. The fact that another man can occupy her headspace to such a degree is a massive issue, as it typically means he isn't far away from getting what he wants from her. While saying that your partner can't have male or female friends can come off as controlling, there's a valid reason as to why a lot of people aren't comfortable with it. OP went out of his way to try and protect his ex-partner, but he did nothing to protect himself. Anyway, let's check out the comments.
Wellman says, "Dude, how can you love someone you never even met? Not to mention be so broke up over it to where you need a shrink. You can't say you were dating because that was never the case. You had, at best, an online girlfriend, and even then, that crap's for nerdy kids in high school. Sorry, dude, but you need to do some serious growing up, along with a heavy dose of self-respect. I don't mean to be rude, but you come across as very weak and emotional. And let me tell you, women don't respect that crap. Even some of the most hippie and liberal women, despite their banter, would find that unappealing. Stay away from relationships until you grow more as a man. Straight Goods says, from the moment she told you that her conservative ex-boyfriend broke up with her because she was talking to a bunch of guys, it should have told you that there's probably more to the story, and maybe she's not girlfriend material. The other problem is that you tried overcompensating because of your past traumas, and because of that, you weren't able to see the red flags in this relationship or walk away.
These Redditors are right. OP sees the world of dating the same way I would have seen it during my teenage years. Unfortunately, though, it's just not how the world works. Hopefully, OP can learn from these experiences and be more attentive to any red flags that pop up in his future relationships. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Coffee and Popcorn, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.